Hello guys, this is Abdullah Zagloul and today discussion about the previous request of Prashant. So Prashant requested me at the previous video to create a Nitro.js backend CRUD operation of Nuxt.js. So I will use at Prisma Nuxt module. It is a predefined Nuxt module instead of using Prisma directly because it have a lot of benefit. So it is well integrated with Nuxt. Have a lot of benefit like auto-generating a client once you say npm run dev, all things is done for you, and it have a lot of benefits like this one configuration. So you can configure anything at the Prisma key plus auto-generating libprisma. So libprisma is a single instance for you. You can extend or do anything regarding this one. And they have a use prisma client. Use prisma client is a composable used as a server-side component. If you use front-end component at the server side, I'm not a big fan of using this. So firstly, I will install it as the following instruction. So we have now the following schema. We have a user, we have order, ID, mail, name, orders, and the save for order, ID, name, user ID, and user as a parent relation. And I prefer to configure the client-side output to be inside node-modules.prisma.client. So this will keep everything working well. We will use SQLite dev.db, and once we say npm run dev, all the following will done for you. Auto creation for npm run dev here. As you can see here, he will say, no, try to find the migration folder, try to find and generate Prisma client. So it will do anything for you. So I will do a refresh for the database by using nbx Prisma migrate reset. So now our database will be empty. So as you can see here, it will do a reset, requesting me to do this. So if we say npm run dev and checking our Nuxt dev tool Prisma Studio here, so I will go here for this one. He will try to reload, and we can go here for Prisma Studio. This is the auto integration of Prisma. The order is empty and the user is empty. Okay, let's go for our modules to check it. But firstly, we will see two users. So we will have a user number one, Abdullah, with the email Abdullah, and Zagloul user number two with the email Zagloul. So once we said that MBX TSX Prisma seed, this is TypeScript executor here. I want to seed this data. He will do the seeding for me. Let's check our Prisma Studio right now. So once we open the user, we have the two users right now seated. Okay, let's go for our modules. So previously we have three main modules. The app module is a global module, mediator module, have all shared things like the DI utility, which is responsible for dependency injection. So once I say di.service name or repo name, it will give me the instantiated one. Auth module, which carries authentication logic, will be ignored at this point because this is not our today discussion, will be replaced using just a user ID at the header, and our discussion is e-commerce. So we need to create a CRUD operation at e-commerce. So we have user orders. Every user will try to find by ID and get all the orders of this user. And we have advantage here to create an order using task, which is a background job. So let's go to our Nuxt dev tool and go for server routes here. And let's say we need to create for ID number one. I will say the user ID number one here at the header for authentication. The body will be the name of this order now. Now we create order number two, and let's say order number three, order number four here. All of this is related to user ID number one. So when we go for Prisma, when the checking orders, the creation is working fine. Let's go for update to try it. and we will go for the bot one and choose ID number one of order. And of course, this is our user ID. So I will name it to updated new. So I will go for Prisma here and check it. It will be updated new. Okay, this is the update one, and all the CRUD operation is working fine. Let's show by ID. So I want to show the ID number one. It will give me the updated new, as we said. And let's try to create it in the background using create task. But firstly, I want to explain how to do this. So we have the following here. Any endpoint or any defined event handler have an object syntax. So you can choose any middleware which will be called on request, and you can give array of middleware. So this middleware is responsible to merge the user ID from the header and check it if it is founded or not at the authentication service, which is not related to us right now. So here we have the user ID. We grab from the router parameter the ID of order we try to find and just calling order service. So let's go for the order service. Order service is depend on order repo. So the order repo here is working as the following. We are using DB utility. This DB utility is calling Prisma. So the Prisma instance, which is generated here at the singleton, we make it as a utility. So we using this instance using db dot order find many. This is will find all the user orders, show user order, so it will find unique. And what about types? Where is types here? Nitro have shared dir here at Nuxt. The shared dir is sharing the types between front-end and the back-end to never duplicate your own self. So, for example, orders I exported directly from Prisma client. So once I change anything in my database in Prisma schema, all the types will be affected automatically. And if I need to ignore something, I will make it here. Meaning if I need to export a type, update order, for example here, I can omit and pick anything from him. Omit order user ID. So omit user ID. Anything I need to update, anything I need to change, it will be a good approach here. So this is the auto imported for types. What about services I configured before? The auto import dir at Nuxt config here. So anything you need to be auto imported, it will be found here. So we know the flow now, the service called the repo, and the repo called Prisma to do our database logic. What about how to run this at the background as a CRUD operation? To do this, I will create a task. So Nitro have a built-in thing related to scheduling jobs, and jobs itself, it called tasks. So you need to enable it and making it as a true. So once we do this, I go for e-commerce and create a task here. So this is a background task, the name of it order create. And the benefit here, the user will not wait anymore. It is something like queue jobs. So at the run, this is the payload passed. So I call the create method and I pass the payload needed here, which is the order except the ID. So I can send the name and user ID. So it will return to you order created successfully directly without waiting anymore. But at the background, it will create for you the order. So let's give it a try. I call this one task directly here automatically using run task. See, so programmatically you can use the run task to call order create and pass the payload from the request body. I take the request body and merge the user ID to it. So I will go here and using this API, user order, create task, I wanna send order in background. And the header is user number one. Here, order created successfully. but at the background, he creating the order for us. So let's go for our database here and refresh our order. We will see order in background. So it can be done smoothly as you can see here. Plus that we have at Nuxt, we have something called server tasks. So you can pass the payload here and do any background. And of course you can do it in CLI, and you can do a cron groups using a common. So you can do a schedule here. So if you need to check the tasks here, it's founded at the Nitro.js. You can do the schedule task, and here is the pattern of how to do this. This means the task will be done every minute. Hope this video is helpful for you. I will leave all the links related to the GitHub repo and all the links related to this video. Have a nice day.